sex-based discrimination. I would say that the first reaction was like some anger because we were just really, concerned with all this stuff. There's that. I'm saddened by the decision-making process and how that went. Turn around. A 10-day suspension and additional discipline to be handed out by school officials after a meeting with him. Renee and her family moved out of state this summer, but if her son were to ever return to the district, says LCPS, he would be suspended.
They're high school students. Yeah, but they're young high school students. Yeah, but it's okay for the boys to be in the girls' bathroom. And the girls walk around. That's what's happening.
We're talking about scarring him for life by a bias process that's supposed to protect fairness. It's shocking, it's wrong, and it should terrify every single parent.
But they didn't really say anything bad. All they said was, "Is that a girl? What's a girl doing in a boys' locker room?" And that's all they said.
Yeah.
Just sending a message that any student who expresses views that disagree with so-called policy 8040 will be punished. They're going to have to follow what Lubbock County says, what they believe is right, and what goes against what other people believe or what we believe is right.
And what they're doing to our children is just despicable.
Now, the boys and their families have a small window to appeal LCPS's decision. Now, the Family Freedoms Law says,
but they're in violation of Title IX.
And their families in this case is they're going to continue to work on discrimination until this decision is overturned. If not.
Up next, clearing up crime stats in our nation's capital.
Well, they're about to lose $50-something million because they're in Title IX and in violation of Title IX. So.
Joining us next to break down those numbers. And health officials at Lone Star say the measles outbreak there is over. How doctors arrived at that point next.
Meeting with everybody. Yeah, if you notice, even Zelensky dressed appropriately. Yeah, but it still was a jacket.
Hello.
Hey Chris, it's Barbara.
Yes, Barbara.
I wanted to tell you Adair will be there in the morning.
We'll be at my house in the morning?
Yes.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay. And I need I guess I need more than something because I need a haircut.
Okay. Hold on a minute, I'll give you more phone numbers. Don't go anywhere. As soon as I find it. Margie's phone number is 252-231-5398. You got it.
Okay, Chris, thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Find a licensed Botox cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Your local news from anywhere. Download the News 12 app now. Get this thuggery, because that's what it is.
Thuggery. I don't know if it's a real word, but you just created it. What? Thuggery. Thuggery? I'm strongly. I love therapy.
Last year, the district had the highest homicide rate in the country per capita, nearly 6 times higher than New York City and also higher than Atlanta and Chicago. The number of juveniles arrested in Washington, D.C. has gone up every year since 2020, with many of those teens with prior arrests for violent crimes. Vehicle theft also 3 times the national average. Carjackings, in fact, increased 547% between 2018 and 2023. Last year, they were down, but still tripled the number compared to 2018. I forget if I did a comparison day here. Joining us this morning to break this down is the former head of the Chicago Police Department.
They have to stop and see the rest of people who get in. I'm not done yet, good. I've
No,
left
she
the
ran.
books at home, I'm gonna throw back.
No, she was running a little bit late.
Oh, no, that's fine, I just came over and didn't realize I didn't have anything in my hand.
Well,
I'm a little swollen up, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, what's up saying?
Yeah. 9:01 p.m. Thursday. 9:01, not 9. 9:01. Flood watch issue for
Yeah.
8 p.m. Thursday. And so storm surge watch is in the East Carteret. Until 5:05 p.m. Friday. There's also coastal flood advisory for West Carteret and East Carteret. I love this now. And North and South Craven until 8 p.m. Thursday. For hurricane statements issued for East Carteret and Okotoks. So 5 p.m. States 5 p.m. today. You got it? I well, the front part of it is getting a little ragged. It's gotten so I don't. It's broke. It's come down to the. Yeah, but the problem is it's just now. There's like this little stretch of warm water up in front of it. It hasn't gotten into it yet, but it's about. I mean, some of the water's like the Gulf. That's right. So that'll make it get. So it. Yeah, but still, it's. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get some wind. We might get a few showers out of it or whatever, but. Yes. Cassidy, this is Miss April. Yeah.
Huh?
You have blue eyes?
Hazel.
Hazel. Oh, they look blue. Probably what she's wearing. Hazel can go.
Yeah.
Change.
Yeah. Whatever color.
Yeah.
But because it's like it, it's good to be dark hair.
Yeah.
You don't see that much. She gonna be trouble. I didn't say that. It did for It feels like she's on leg.
Yeah, when she walked in, I had to see her for a couple months. When she walked in, I was like, oh, oh. Yeah. And then I was looking at the shoes her grandmother's and then her shoes. I was like, what's wrong with you?
I just got them all.
What size 7?
She's great.
I do the same, I was in the fourth grade, and that was, that's a 9, and I was real short. Can you imagine what I looked like, and I insisted at that time of wearing Converse. Yeah.
Well, my dad, when I used to go, my dad was saying, Mom, that's his shoes when he looked at the, just bring the box. Just bring the box. We had trouble. So when I was there, I wore boy shoes because boy shoes came with different widths. Little girl shoes.
Well, that, see, and we had this clothing shoe store right in my hometown in Harris. Well, for some reason, it was like junior year, I think that spots, right, but anyway, junior or senior, can't remember which. For some reason, we went to Laconia, which is far away. We went down there, most of me down there to shoot because we didn't have anything I liked at Brad. My clothes, but so we went to her shoe store because my mother wore red king triple. You went to a store that's special. Yeah. And shoes. So, you know, I got there, down, put a little thing on my foot, you know, and okay, you need to get her a nine, you know, what I found. Let's see if I got a 9 wide. She goes, 9 wide? Where we've been taking her up in the area, they've been putting 10s on it, he said. Because they didn't have the width. Because they didn't have the width, and they put her in 10s, my mother was. She was. So after that, we always went, I used to wear like an 8.5 medium or a 9 narrow. I really needed a 9 narrow. It wasn't have my feet that narrow that they're so thin, that I could put her shoes on.
But see, back in the day, we used to be able to buy a pair of shoes and have width, and your heel was narrow, you would get an E, or double E or triple E for your heel, and that's how the shoes were made. Not anymore, they're made standard, everybody has the same size foot.
But they don't.
No, they don't. On women's shoes. On men's shoes, they don't. You can buy
Different width. Yeah, because when I was, my feet were so big in 4th grade, and I was still a little girl, you know, I was short, little tiny. The only place we could find shoes around here was the ladies' shop in both the front street.
Yeah.
And Papa Dollar would come down twice a year, and they had shoes with one width across here
and one.
and I had to have a trip quadruple A in my heel.
Yeah.
B
is the standard width.
right. Well, you know, across from my toes are.
So
That's
I know that what they did with you when they put you in a 10, because when I buy women's shoes, I go up, I have to start shoe size. If I cannot get the width. But most of my shoes are men's shoes. These aren't. They seem to be working pretty good. They're really, really light. Skechers. They're Skechers. They're Skechers.
Yeah. But they make a Skechers that
I can't slip them because of the width of my foot. When I went in for my hip replacement, they gave me those little pink socks on and take socks off.
Yeah.
And they gave me the shoe one that's this long. So that because you can't get. So.
I have. Huge. They even make a sandal and they've also got a boot now too. Like a little short boot that's designed to slip in. And it's really hard to try to hold that thing up. But then 3 years ago I don't have one. Yeah. And I just make grips for it.
I'm gonna be this winter. This is
That's the old school or the old sea level hospital? That's the old sea level school. It's like school. Because they built a new school down there for Atlantic and sea level kids, but they raised it. That looks like the old sea level school. I don't even know if sea level school open. You know why they built fruits up here? Because and it, when I lived there one time, we had some relatives there for just short term, you know, like recuperation from something. I swear it was the same floor as and I was an adult, you know,
Yeah.
back there.
back then they made things to last.
Oh, it was all cracked. It had been there like 30 or 40 years. So, and it was always been a medical center of some kind. And just the way it shows how we want to be when you learn out in a certain direction. March across from it. And was looking. I literally, when they we came out, this we left. And I don't know what it was. I had something on my hair, whether it was hairspray or whatever. I literally got swarmed by this bee. I mean, oh, it was just horrendous. And it was bigger down there. These islands are really long. Wait for the ferry. They're like small homes over there.
Yeah. I don't care. This is one that this here starts right. It's right in that joint. Damn.
Yeah, if anybody's been doing shit down.
Yeah.
I had never been totally exposed to conflict and having to do sport. And one day getting off of Ocracoke yesterday. They were lined up for the ferry.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not expecting it to come back up to the grade.
But it's not even close to us, but we're gonna get some waves.
Yeah. Waves and a little bit of the wind. See, then we got this one here. That's coming behind it. Coming behind it. It looks like there's another one there. Yep.
They name things awful fast nowadays.
Yeah, that wasn't like that.
No.
And
A
even
hurricane was a hurricane.
Well, you
It
know
was
why?
named, but a tropical storm was never named.
no, till he got up to. But after Sandy and all those poor people in New Jersey and New York were without power for 5 to 7 days, I'm like, get a life. Well, I know
Get a generator.
One that came in the whole down east, their whole household there was like,
Oh, yeah.
And nothing was ever used.
No. Down in Davis?
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
And after Sandy,
Nothing.
Sandy got up that way, you didn't hear jack crap, and we were still going through it because she was so damn big. And you heard nothing about what was going on down here. It was always, and I'm like sitting here and watching it going, really, people? You want sympathy from us? No.
No, because those people had nowhere to live. They couldn't go in their house. You know what I mean?
So you want sympathy from us? Look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
Yeah.
You know another reason they name them so quick? Because if your insurance policy is due for renewal, they will not renew it as long as it's a named storm.
Yeah. Very true. Your flood insurance.
Yep.
Flood insurance doesn't do anything. I'm sorry. It doesn't do anything. I had trees down. Do you think that the flood insurance would help us get these damn trees out of our yard?
No.
No. Because it didn't land on the fence or my house. If it would have landed on the shed, they wouldn't have done anything either because it wasn't my house. I don't understand it. They're real particular about, what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. They have rules in place that will prevent them.
It's insurance companies are there to make money,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
to spend it. Because I was still real upset. Had my first accident. Well, I can't say my first accident, but my first accident, but it was my fault. Okay, I turned short, and the car that was arterial, I caught the front, caught the fender on it. So I had to get that fixed and everything like that. And I said, you better not raise my insurance. This is my very first one. I've never made a claim.
Yeah.
Well, of course they did. They increased the insurance on all three of our vehicles 40% for 3 years.
Yeah,
That pissed me off.
they hit. And I hit your collision.
Yeah. For three
I know I got
years.
another, because I had a stupid little accident. I think I now got another year from after this.
Well, we could afford one, but we pay over $700 every 2 months for car insurance.
Who do you have for insurance?
But we have to have,
Collision.
yeah.
She has a new car. She had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to have full coverage.
Right. And see, I hadn't had to have that, and it was an old car,
Yeah.
so it was.
Because Chris just has liability.
Right.
See, I could have just liability on my cars, but I don't. My 2 cars that I drive around, that Christopher drives and I drive, they have full coverage. I will not go without full coverage because you never know who you're going to hit or who's going to get you. So
Yeah,
I'll pay it.
we only had to have a couple of years like that because the insurance in 6 months was more hard.
Yeah. Well, what was the same? They were changing the oil. And what's your numbers? You're on here. And I said 3, 5, 7, 8, 2, 9. He said, you And it just still, he says, it's a cab. I said, yeah, my key is fine.
That Hyundai, even when I gave it to Billy, he wanted to take it to go to Florida. I said, you do realize it's got over 300,000 miles. I said, I won't even drive it that far away.
Yeah.
The most I might drive is maybe push it to Wilmington and back, but no further than that. And I said, well, if you want to take the risk, you're welcome to take it. And he just when I had the new car. So anyway, he took down. I said, well, call me when you get down there so I know you made it all right. And so anyway, he called. He's going to be down in Jacksonville, Florida for about a week or so. Anyway, he would come back. And usually when he leaves Jacksonville in the morning, he takes 17 the ocean road until he gets out of enough of Jacksonville to get out of the stupid traffic. He goes, he calls and says, well, he stopped somewhere and let's go, let's start. So I said, well, you got AAA, because I put him on my AAA policy. And so we called AAA, they took him to Minus Muffler. And was the nearest AAA place. And the problem was the alternator. So anyway, they were working on it, and I wouldn't do it so bad because I used to have real strong hands. I'm like, I could get it in a minute. So, anyway, they were working on it. He said, yeah. And that time it had like 325 or 335,000 miles, 325,000 miles on it. So he started to say, yeah, it's got 300. It went, that's the original alternator? He goes, as far as I know, she never had it replaced. It was the original alternator. That's a pretty stuff. Because I'm not going to do the and I think it always comes. Because in the water, I think that there's something like a tamer. I'm going to have to go over to it. It really is. It's kind of summery, but it's fallish too. Right. I did. It's not as standout as like Pompeii or red. The color that I wish they could bring back is called the Tootsie Roll. I love that color. What? Oh, it's a Tootsie Roll. I can't even imagine what that is. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. I thought the Tootsie Roll. Yeah. This was so dark. I mean, it's a dark brown. It was gorgeous. I loved it. It would look good on, especially on feet. No, it looked good. It had depth to it. When you put it on, you had depth to it. It was gorgeous. It's the same way with Sonora Sunset. They discontinued that. It's like you got to be kidding me. That was one color that anybody could wear. It didn't make any difference. Black, white, orange, purple. Anybody could wear that color. And they discontinued. They got rid of it. But a lady went down to the tape store and she had her room painted. She had it matched up. Right. They did it. Yeah. They liked it. That was cool.
Reach out to your accident specialist today. A car accident can happen at any
How do you get those pictures?
The pictures where you were picking stuff, the what, you know what I mean?
And it's the ones I watched recently, what I watched the most of.
Right.
And I just,
You just kind of scan through them, you know, well, you know what I mean?
yeah, move it and then hit the one in the middle to select. But that's time to order.
Oh, but that, I have time.
Oh, and you should have this, yeah.
I didn't know it though. You just push the down button when the picture's up?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And then you can use
Scan
either,
through the ones you've watched. Okay, that's very nice.
and the reason I accidentally discovered it, because my keypad was getting a little funky, so it wasn't punching, accepting numbers in well. It's old, and I'm holding on to my Time Warner equipment as long as I can, because everyone tells me that the Spectrum equipment sucks. Even the technicians say it sucks. Cheap. Last time I had them here,
Yeah, they kind of gave me that thing. Like about a year to take into my house.
my hookup for the modem in the office had gone bad. That was the problem. The second guy came, and he went through everything. Talking about the booster up in the air. This is back in 2007. And they were all live. He goes, really? I said, yeah. That crowd just came in, they haunted everything. He said, well, do you need them? And I said, no. I told him what I need. I said, I don't have a TV in my bedroom. And there's no reason for a TV up in the front bedroom, because there's nobody's going to be spending the night. No. So I gave my neighbor hell the last time they were down there. AC was giving them fits. Because I kept noticing when they were gone. It's the only water coming out of the driveway. And then, of course, they have a water softener now. It can't be the water softener because they're not there, so it should be cycling because it's a Connecticut, so it's only going to use it. And I'm thinking, oh, is that AC? Of course, I went over and watered the plants, and it was at 75. I said, well, where they want it, I'm not going to mess with it. Drop the nail in, water the plants. So anyway, when they were down, she said, we got the thermostat 75. There's barely people in the house at 78. And she was I said, come in here. I said, is this helpful to you? I said, no. She said, yeah. I said, Claudia, my thermostat's at 78. And the kids don't have 78. They finally got them there at the home show. So anyway, they finally got somebody in there. The guy went up there. Well, the tape and stuff around the lines and whatever had all fallen apart. So the lines were exposed up there in the attic, so it was causing the system to overwork. Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna go see if I can find the top coat. Okay. I won't move. Okay. You can know you're a live expert at Is it wet? Yeah. And we won't be for long. Just this section right here is wet. That section down here is already dry. So I'll just go down to that section.
Okay. Spread your wings and fly, my dear.
She didn't have any top coat.
I'm looking for I hope I have one. You don't have any? I don't have any.
If I do, it's always
Yeah, it's okay. I think I got one out here.
That's why I was sitting here thinking, do I have a top coat?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
She put your number on the key list for insurance in case that was an energy.
Okay. Yeah, because I've already looked, and the only thing I have is this today, and then tomorrow I have a 2 o'clock appointment, and the rest of the week I'm home.
Well, I don't
She ain't even leave until Friday.
Friday afternoon, so.
And
Because she's gotta go to Durham Friday, and I said, well, I'll be here in the morning, because my flight isn't out till 3:55, so I'll leave here about 1:30, that'll get me up there at 2:30, that's plenty of time to check in, check my bag, and grab
And then
some.
the 27th, I have that endoscopy.
I don't think I have anything next week, so feel free to call me, because I'm not going to go shopping or anything,
Yeah.
I'll be home.
It will probably be that Wednesday because Nikki's gonna have to drive me.
In fact, I need to use a set of keys. I won't, just don't use the deadbolt, because isn't that a pain in the ass sometimes to unlock if I'm not here? That deadbolt can be a little funky sometimes, so just don't throw the deadbolt, just use the regular.
And so far, this neighborhood seems like.
Yeah, idiot came in he left Sunday and he came back in last night about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Maybe he had some kind of meeting or whatever.
I don't know, but he didn't take the van, he took the 4x4, the dually. He took the truck.
Maybe he had moved something down
I don't
there. Who
know.
knows? Who cares?
It's something that make you go with it, right?
What was so damn funny is I'd gone over, because I put my yard debris out, and said, well, let me go see if there's water in those bowls and tip them over, because he will not empty the water bowls or buckets. I'm like, what? You're going to be gone.
I
Why
had faith in you.
why would you leave standing water? Yeah, I've been watching it.
I'm gonna have to start watching it again. How good, I knew I had some out.
Of course.
I had faith. You had faith in me?
She's beautiful. She's gonna be a handful.
Yeah, I know.
She's 13, she's gonna go crazy in a minute.
No.
Just remember, boys have cooties.
Yeah.
I told her they all have to get approved from me.
You know, it would be nice if they would listen because you have more sense. Well, you have a more feeling like Margie. When she got tangled up with, I knew Tim, so that was a bad thing because I'd known him since, you know, she was like 13, 14 years old. That's how long I knew him before they got married. And I thought, I didn't think that would be a good, I said, make sure he has a job for 1 year before you marry him.
Yes, especially guys from around here.
Well, this is not.
They have a problem with work.
Well,
They're not the only. This is in California.
Oh.
Okay. So I said, please, don't marry him until he's had a job for a year. His thing was if he had a job for 3 days, it was a career. I am not kidding you. He couldn't hold the job down. It wasn't his fault, you know. He got fired. It wasn't his fault, or he quit.
It's never his fault.
Yeah.
It's never their fault.
Okay. Well, he's much better now, but he's also 60, so that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, it just might.
It might have something to do with it.
Better late than never.
But you know, and I've always liked him. So it's good. Then she got tangled up with Ron. And I said, this is not a good match. Because I used to tell everybody, this is my son-in-law. He's a carny, but he's got all of his teeth. So that's how I used to introduce him. My son-in-law is a carny, but he's got all of his teeth. He had good teeth.
What's the carny?
Carnival worker.
Oh, that's how they met.
I thought that was, but I couldn't imagine
Brad worked at the
anybody
carnival. He used to
married.
make corn dogs.
No, he was a barker. You know. And I don't know why the people that owned the shopping center where our salon was decided to let this part of it set up, and they took all of our parking. They set up right in front of our shop. So that's how they met, because Heather wanted to go on rides. And
Who's Heather?
my granddaughter,
Oh,
she wanted to go on all the rides.
that's what I was gonna name my little girl if I ever had a daughter. Thank God I didn't. My mother used to tell me, history repeats itself. One day you're gonna have a daughter and she's gonna put you through the ringer. Yeah, like,
Totally different from boys. Right, but I have one of each.
But yeah, Heather was.
Is that one dirty?
Yeah.
I guess it was some of the scrub. Because it was like, it looked like a little bead. I'm like, what the hell is that? The light caught it.
Yeah. But, so that's how they got together. And they had 3 children. Ron passed away. He, I guess he was savoring into the American River.
into the what?
The American River in California.
Oh,
In California. They didn't find they didn't know anything about it, but they found his body. And he'd been in the water for a few days. And he they found Margie, and I don't know how they did that. And they called her and told her that they had found her and he had passed away. So we were trying to figure out if it was an accident, or if it was somebody pushed him, or what, because we didn't know. We had no clue on how things were. So, and it was that his alcohol content was extremely high. That's what happened. Of course, I think there's more to it than that.
probably so.
I'm coming. I'm gonna let you have choice.
And we're not gonna take them all the way down.
Right, yeah, just exactly as you did last time, because it worked really good. I mean, they've got longer now, but that's why you're here. That's why I'm here.
You got your last 4 that I have hard books, hardbacks.
Yes.
Things are already so difficult.
But I have a lot of her other where they're not like I don't know if some of them are like a mystery type thing.
Oh, I'll read about anything where they're not really like torturing or hurting people. Or,
Okay.
because I don't like that.
I got like a lot of old Nora Roberts. In fact, I have a tub of books. And they're mostly Nora Roberts.
Nancy Drew.
Nora Roberts books. We'll just have Chris come over and pull them out of the.
See, I lit it up like a Christmas tree. I love books.
Nancy Drew.
Yeah, I did not read her when I was growing up, and I read all the time too. Wonder if it'd be awesome for
Then you
like
had
60-something years old to read it.
And they had the Hardy Boys.
Those are about the only ones I did read.
I like Nancy Drew books.
I was a horrible reader at school. Up until when Don passed away. And I picked up a book in the airport. And it was a Nora Roberts book. And after that, I was like, I had a book with me. Everywhere. Waiting for the doctor.
Yeah.
Constantly going out in the car, reading at lunch, trying to go out.
I think that's where we had it before, because I know you don't want them all the way off, because you need
To be able to,
to pick up stuff.
Right.
Bill goes and tell me if that's about where you are.
Yeah, that seems good to me. And at some point in time during the year, people's fingernails don't grow as fast. Each individual is kind of different.
Most of the time, summer's when everything seems to grow faster.
Right.
Winter is when things slow down.
So,
Well, you're outside and you get more vitamin D.
Yeah, you need vitamin D. Which I think is really stupid because they're saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and now kids are on, they're lacking vitamin D, and now they put them on supplements.
I mean, that's what we did.
Yeah.
We were sent out after breakfast and weren't allowed back in till dinner time.
No, we were allowed. But the other thing, Margie saw this lady and she was on Facebook, and she said, she wants to know how things worked back in our day. She says, because all the parents had the same thing. Go outside, come back when the street lights come on. They all, every parent, that was the rule. Go outside, come back when the street lights. You stayed outside, and you know, if you're thirsty, there's a hole, drink out of there. You know, so you didn't get it coming running into the house.
No,
So they
absolutely not. Sometimes we come to the house to work or something like that, the door would be locked.
I was never
We were little. That was when we were at the market. I was like 5, maybe like 6, 3.
no, my mom never was. But
I know. That's what I'm saying.
stayed out. Stayed outside.
Well, they've got.
We could walk all over the place, play, there were grapevines, and we'd play under those, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
When they put them in the wood thing, you know how they,
Yeah.
the candle.
We used to catch the horny toads that were in the field.
Right.
With the grapes. And rabbits, my sister Phyllis could outrun a baby rabbit. And the baby rabbit ducked underneath the grapevine.
Right.
And she could outrun him. She could catch him. She got the baby rabbit for her.
When is Lee supposed to be coming? He was here a week ago. Well, a week ago past Thursday. This Thursday would be 2 weeks.
So sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to it in case he doesn't, then I'll give it to you, but that's for my
Right, okay, for his doing the edging.
edging.
Gotcha, no problem.
Get that hard edge where it's.
You changed your car and I almost drove right past here.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's her car. But the only reason I knew is because the lawn tractor was sitting up.
Yeah.
I knew because you said something yesterday.
Yeah,
So
I told
when
April,
looked
I
out
said,
the garage door
She's got a
to see-
different car now, it's a white Toyota.
I just hope President Forrest appreciates your purchase.
Thank you.
But he's running.
Okay.
There's someone else in mind. That young appreciated word. Now, he's very smart. But he has a lot to learn. I'll teach you. We'll show you involved.
I just know she said.
Of the line from like fingernails from the forehead.
Yeah.
You see the vertical line?
Yeah. It's also for medication.
She had me.
I've got the same thing on mine. My nails are shot. Okay, how do they feel? That one you need a little shorter. This one?
Yes.
Or that one? That one.
Sorry, didn't have any, you know,
Do that
wasn't my
with a little
choice.
tiny bit
It
shorter.
wasn't there to say,
I did
I
something
wasn't
to
there
this
to say,
one.
no.
Well, yes, but it was like the top of it is like 1 and 2. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
Peeling off.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are like that. Because we had to more orange.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what I did, but I noticed
Is
that.
that good now?
Yep. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't have a problem. How's your toenails doing?